Hello to you out there that are tuning in. I would like to thank you for your attention, and I know that you have seen the title. This is about the book that changed my life. Okay, so the book that I'm speaking on is called Seth Speaks, The Eternal Validity of the Soul by Jane Roberts. Now, this book actually came into my life around the year 2015. It was the fall time. Daylight savings time had started, and I lived alone, so I'm usually not one to go out after dark, so I had a lot of extra time on my hands after work. Now, I was going through a particularly challenging time in my life. I just experienced a dark night of the soul, and I was feeling hopeless and sad on so many levels. And this book came into my life and changed everything. I was actually given this book to read by a very close and great friend of mine. He is one that I actually view as a guru now. But I knew that I was seeking something. I'm not sure what I was seeking though. At that time, I didn't know what I was seeking, but looking back on it now, I know that I was seeking relief from what I was experiencing. And this is actually the book that kick-started my spiritual journey. It is the foundation of my spiritual beliefs now, and it's what I've built everything else upon from that moment forward. So, Seth Speaks, The Eternal Validity of the Soul is a heavy read. If you're used to reading like very simple, not complex books, then this will be challenging for you, but the information is so rich. Jane Roberts actually had her notes transcribed by her husband. So she would channel this spirit named Seth, and her husband would sit up and interact with Seth, and he would write everything down. Her husband was the one that kind of laid the framework, because Jane herself, she was a writer as well. So they just had a very interesting and quite beautiful dynamic going on. The information in this book, it just resonated on so many levels. And if you take the time to sit and read this book, there will be something in there for you that makes sense. You will have an epiphany. You will have an aha moment. If you find that you are in a dark time in your life and you feel like all avenues are closing in on you and you don't know how to proceed or move forward, and you are just you're seeking something. If you are already into your spiritual journey and you feel as though you're stagnating, this book will break that stagnation. It will break that plateau, and it will give you a new direction. This book really helped me to understand the duality of humans. It made me clearly see that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, and there is so much more to this existence than we can see with our naked eye. We are suppressing so much in our waking everyday life, and we are not realizing that so much power and spirituality and magic is happening around us every single day. And this book really opened my eyes to the spiritual nature of this reality and this existence, and it really made me into a better person. I was able to release some of those feelings of dejection and depression that I was experiencing at that time, because I was just kind of focusing on everything that was bigger than me. Because as humans, sometimes we can only focus on what's right in front of us, especially when we are uncomfortable, and that's completely normal. But this book, I promise, it just opened my mind on so many different levels. And I was like, yes, I'm going through this very crappy stage in my life right now, but you know what? I know that things are bigger and better. And after that, my life only got bigger and better. after reading that book, that is when I got heavily into different aspects of my spirituality. I got into reading cards and all of that. I actually have a successful business with reading cards now. And it's crazy the doors that book opened up for me. So if you are seeking something bigger and better than yourself and wanting to go bigger spiritually, this is a book that I definitely recommend. All right? And I would like to thank you for your time and attention. I want you to be great and have a wonderful day. And until next time, you take care.